What's up, everyone? I'm DJ Hamilton, and you're tuned into the DJ Sports Show, where we give you the latest, greatest, and most exciting sports stories in the world of sports, from interviews to having people's stories heard and told. This is the DJ Sports Show. Let's get it! Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, DJ Hamilton with DJ Sports Show. If you're watching on YouTube, hit that like and subscribe button and share anybody you know who loves sports. And you listen to audio platforms, leave a 5-star rating, share anybody you know. That's a place where we talk sports, have stories told, and make a difference. Here with my guy, Nicholas Smolik, who covers the NFL. Nick, how you doing tonight?
Oh my God, what another week of football. This is the first time in a long time I'm stress-free because my football team is on a bye week. Then again, I wasn't stress-free.
Yeah,
then again, I'm not stress-free.
I'll be watching your team in person next week. That's the Browns and the Chiefs. Yeah.
Hey, so if you see Woody Johnson, can you send him a message for me? Sell the team.
Yo, if I see him in the suite, I'll laugh. He'll be like, "Woody, nice to meet you. I'm DJ. My guy Nicholas is crazy, bro. Here's my business card. You should listen to the podcast, buddy. Maybe you could connect me with a job here."
Let me run the team. First things first, what I would do, I would bring back Rex and Tannenbaum. That's what I would do. Yeah. Let me have this, damn it. I dream way too much. Will has told me I dream way too much about that. Let me have this, okay?
Yeah. But the first thing I want to get into, because I was watching the early slate, because then I told you, games I got to watch was the Vikings-Lions and then the Chiefs-Bills, and I was listening to a marketing seminar while the Chiefs-Bills was going on, because I'm like, I want to continue to improve my brand, so I'm like multitasking. So that Vikings-Lions game, Vikings won the game 27-24. So you had come into this game, one of the stories was J.J. McCarthy. He missed 5 weeks, out for a long time, high ankle sprain. How is he going to look against the Detroit Lions defense, dominant defense? This is one of the best defenses and teams in the league. They've been red hot, 5-2 coming into this game. And this is a team that's they were 6th in sack percentage rate coming into this game, top 10 in total yards allowed and rush and pass stats according to Fox Sports through the first 8 weeks. And I was like, okay, how is he going to look? Is he going to be able to scramble out the pocket? Is he going to be able to do that against this Aiden Hutchinson defensive front line? And man, did I like what I saw. That first half, he was looking so comfortable in the pocket. I know the Lions, they scored initially on their first drive, looking like the high-powered offense they are. But that touchdown pass to Justin Jefferson to get things started on that first drive, first of all, if you're a young quarterback, rookie quarterback, isn't it nice to have a receiver like Justin Jefferson to ease the pressure off you?
It's not just Justin Jefferson. It's even though Jordan Addison's another piece of work off the field, he's another receiver. You got Hawkinson. Hawkinson hasn't been like the type of player I thought he was coming into the draft, but he's still a serviceable tight end. And you still got a nice running core in Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones actually looked like the old Aaron Jones. He looked healthy. And Jordan Mason, who's sneakily underrated as well. But man, JJ McCarthy needed to play well in this game. Because look, he's been injured the past 5 weeks with the ankle sprain. There's been a lot of people that have been saying out there, they probably held him out just as a soft core benching. Because in the first 2 games JJ McCarthy played, he only played 1 good quarter in the 8 quarters he played. He was terrible the first 2 games, but man, he played really, really well, like the player we heard from training camp that he was. I mean, he legitimately made fans and analysts like myself, because I was thinking, and I texted you this earlier, the biggest mistake the Vikings ever made was letting Daniel Jones go. I mean, Daniel Jones was not good today. We'll get to that later, but JJ McCarthy proved why the Vikings trusted him. Let Daniel Jones go. Let Sam Darnold go. This game is why they trusted him. But to be honest, there really is no excuse for JJ McCarthy. If he doesn't do well, I mean, you had a year off. I mean, yes, he did have the knee injury, which sucked, but you had the year off to learn. You had Sam Darnold to learn from. You had Daniel Jones at one point to learn from. Kevin O'Connell, who really is a quarterback whisperer. Like, that's a definition of a quarterback whisperer right there. And
Yeah.
here's the thing, too. If J.J. McCarthy sucked, who do they got to back up? I mean, Carson Wentz is done for the year. I mean, what else is new? I mean, I've lost track how many injuries he's had. And their backup is an undrafted rookie.
It's falling on basically a guy who is a rookie because he only has 3 games under his belt. And he was incredible. He had, 143 yards, 2 touchdowns, 14 25 completions. He did throw 1 interception, but they did get the win, so that's all that matters. But, man, he had some plays early in this game that I just really loved. One thing I was kind of worried about was how's he going to evade defenders coming out the pocket, especially coming off a high ankle sprain against his Detroit defense. But he had some plays that really stood out to me. Like when he in that first quarter, when he had that scramble, when he was evading to the left and he found Jordan Addison deep into the red zone. Well, I was like, that arm, that dart, he has the accuracy, the precision, the flair, and he has that confidence in him. And then he also followed that Jordan Addison that got them into the red zone. Then he found Hawkinson in the end zone that next following play in the touchdown. I'm like, what ankle sprain? I'm like, this guy looks fine to me. I was like, he looks perfect. I'm like, this guy, I love the composure he had in the pocket. And especially in a ruckus crowd like Detroit, those fans, like they say, they have one pride. They get loud. I was going to see, is he going to get rattled? Is this going to be too much for him? But it just wasn't. It just wasn't. And throughout the game, even though the Lions did go on a run in that second quarter, they showed their strength while the Vikings were leading. But McCarthy, he continued to show his composure. He was able to make key plays when they needed it down the stretch, just as getting that first down to Jalen Naylor late in the game, pretty much sealed the game. He was incredible for them today.
Yep. 100% agree with you there. And he I think he really needed, and look, the Lions actually tried in this game as well. I mean, I honestly think that this was a hard, tough division rivalry game where both sides actually were even matched. Because let's be like, the Vikings defense was kind of mediocre. They were on and off. The Lions defense as well was a little mediocre, but these two offenses came to play. I mean, Jared Goff looks pretty well. He didn't even throw a pick. David Montgomery was David Montgomery. I was disappointed with Jahmyr Gibbs. He only had 25 rushing yards, but the Vikings' run defense is criminally underrated. But, I mean, the receivers came to play. I mean, like, Amon-Ra was Amon-Ra. Sam Laporta, who's kind of been a little up and down the past, like, year or two, he's actually been doing pretty well. I mean, Pete Rose Betting Association inductee Jameson Williams actually looked pretty good as well. You laugh, but let's be real. He's a part of the Pete Rose Betting Association with him.
It's part of that scandal too?
No, not that scandal. Years
okay.
ago, this was when he was betting on like games, not football games, not NFL games, but he did it at the facility. And it resulted in him getting suspended. But hey, like I say that, I don't care about betting. I really don't. But listen, if you bet as a player, remember, the Pete Rose Betting Association will always be there for you.
Yeah. And then you spoke on the Lions. Even though they lost this game, they did not look comfortable from the very beginning. But I was just in awe. I'm just like, this team has so many weapons offensively. It's not even funny. And the defense is good. They did get a lot of injuries today, though, so hopefully those guys get healthy. But offensively, I'm just looking at the depth they have. Sam Laporta, Jameson Williams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, even their running backs are reliable backs you could throw to in the backfield or as receiving options. David Montgomery and Jahmyr Gibbs. Man, this team has like 5-6 guys you could rely on in the passing game. If I'm Jared Goff, it's like Christmas every day. You can't ask anything better for a great quarterback than Jared Goff. And you have a solid offensive line, probably the best offensive lineman in the league in Penei Sewell. So, yeah, this is just and the Vikings, this would be a confidence booster. If I'm a Vikings fan, I'm coming out very excited. McCarthy looked great in that defense today. We got to give them credit. They stepped up big time. In that defense against a high-powered offense.
I 1,000% agree with you. And let's be honest here, these two teams are. I trust these two teams more than the Packers now, especially. They lost to Carolina 16-3. And I gotta say this right now. I've noticed the Packers have been fraudulent. I mean, they made the Dallas look good. They lost to Cleveland earlier to the year. You lose to Carolina, which for Bryce Young, who's I'm trying with Bryce Young. I really am, but some of the throws he makes are awful. I mean, and they made Uncle Rico Dowdle, like, he was running all over the place on this Packers defense is supposed to be this elite team, and yet you let Carolina run all over you. I mean, they did a solid job in the passing game, but let's be real, Bryce Young's not good. I've tried with Bryce Young. I just don't think he's good. Last year he showed potential. I can't trust him this year. And to be honest, he's their best option because Andy Dalton, who should have retired years ago, I don't know why he's still in the league. But let's be honest here too. Jordan Love, he may have thrown 273 passing yards. He threw an awful pick, by the way. You gotta play better.
We were talking about it on CBS. I was like, what the hell was that,
pick.
Jordan Love? I'm like, come on, man. You gotta make better decisions. That's been his one Achilles heel.
And the worst part is, people are saying, oh, the Packers have been dealing with injury issues. He doesn't have targets to throw to. That's a lie. He has plenty. Like,
I just want to say,
Watson,
get well, Tucker Kraft, man.
Oh, he's done for the year. That was a big loss for them.
Big loss, and he had 2 touchdowns today, 143 yards and 7 receptions. He was dominant for them. Then him going down, big loss for them. If he's out for the season, that's gonna hurt.
It sounds like he tore his AC. Well, from what I heard from the coach, I think he's done for the year. But for Green Bay, they still have talent. You have Dukes, Watson, Musgrave. I mean, you got Josh Jacobs in the backfield as well. Emmanuel Wilson, even though he was kind of meh this year, he's still a player. There's talent on this offense. Like, I like Jordan Love. I don't hate him. I think he's an okay quarterback, but you got to play better than this. You have to. And Carolina's defense isn't really that good either. And just scoring 13 points, it's unacceptable.
Yeah, I'm sorry. As the Packers, you should be kicking yourselves. You should not be losing to the Panthers. Even though I know the Panthers have been playing better, like I told you, they could be a dark horse to make the playoffs. I said it before the year.
Well, that division's garbage. They are garbage. They play a garbage division.
They are straight garbage. I think the only reason I said it because their schedule. That's the only reason I said it.
Correct.
But the Packers, man, losing a game like this to the Panthers, who not a lot of people are very high on. You're expected to be a contender. You're supposed to have one of the best defenses in the league and have all this talent offensively, and you don't even put up 20 points at home.
You don't even. It's insane to me. Like, Green Bay's and this defense needs to step up. I mean, yes, they got to 16 points, but you cannot have Uncle Rico Dowdle. By the way, Rico Dowdle is the clear number one back in Carolina, no question. You can't have Uncle Rico out there running like he's Christian McCaffrey in his prime. Like,
25 carries, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Unbelievable. He is unbelievable. Dallas made a tremendous mistake letting that guy go. I mean, they really have. I mean, Javonte Williams is still, he's great, but like, Dowdle, I think, is better. But yeah, Green Bay, you got to wake up because Minnesota's getting back. Detroit is still there. And I still think they'll make the playoffs. But if games like this and you losing to Cleveland, that's fraudulent. That is fraudulent.
No, that's very true. And I want to take it back to that Vikings-Lions real quick. Should we be worried about the Lions? Because you kind of had... No?
No, I'm not.
You're not? Okay.
I still think the Vikings are a good team. Like, this isn't them losing to, like, the Saints of all teams or, like, one of the bottom feeders down the league. This is a playoff contending team last year. I'm not too worried about them. I mean, tiebreaker-wise, you got to be a little nervous there with the NFC North because that division's a crapshoot. Anyone except for the Chicago Bears is going to win. Like, the Chicago looked great, too. Not to lie, but... We'll get to the Chicago Bears later, but I just don't see any way that they win that division. Like, these games matter. I'm not worried about Detroit yet. Not worried about them yet. I still think that they're a solid team. They're definitely still contenders. I just think it's a hard divisional rivalry match, and sometimes it's hard with those games. It really is. So I'm not worried about them. I'll tell you a team that I am worried about, and we just mentioned them. The Packers. That's a game that I'm more worried about. Not the Lions, the Packers I'm worried about.
Well, speaking of all these implications in the division, this was NFC North, man. I mean, Packers losing the Vikings winning and the Detroit losing, it's become very muddled in the NFC North.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a dogfight to see who ends up winning this division. Right now, the
even
Packers still lead
Chicago.
5-2, but the Lions, I know losing today hurts them because they could have took the lead today if they would have got the win. But it's gonna when I went McCarthy healthy, it's gonna be very interesting because every team in the North, NFC North, is 500 or better. It's gonna be a gauntlet down the stretch.
And Chicago's another fraudulent. And first off, we'll go to Chicago and Cincinnati. DJ, and I wish Dylan was here. Yeah. Can you please say that I was right about the Cincinnati Bengals? Because I've been 100% right about them.
About 50 points to the Broncos.
Oh my God.
Who don't even have like an elite offense. That's crazy to me.
That last touchdown that Caleb Williams threw to, I forgot who it was. That last touchdown.
The Bears. I said
the last touchdown that Caleb threw in that game for them to basically win. You had 5 defenders surrounding him. You can't even make a tackle there. And Jamar Chase is pissed off too. He left the field and he's like, one stop. And I don't blame him for being angry. Like, and this head coach, by the way, for Cincinnati, he's got to go. He's got to go. Get rid of this guy. I don't care about injuries. You will not win with this coach. You cannot win with this coach.
Zach Taylor, I try to protect you at all costs, but man, I'm just gonna have to say it. Yeah, you got to go, buddy. I was trying to give you the Joe Burrow pass, but you allow 50 points to the Bears? Come on, bro.
Almost 50 points. And look, this defense might be the worst constructed defense I've ever seen, bro. Because besides Trey Hendrickson, who's hurt, there is no good defenders on this team. And like Shamar Stewart, people are saying, oh, he stinks. That this is what happens when you hold out for a contract. No training camp, no reps. Of course he isn't going to look great his first year. And I blame that more on the Bengals because they're cheap with this rookie deal. This is a rookie deal. How you do not get that thing settled before training camp, I have no idea. But Cincinnati's in real deal. Like, I'm not even joking. If it were me, Zach Taylor, at the end of this season, Zach Taylor would be gone. The defensive coordinator would be gone. And whoever their GM is, I don't even know if they have a GM. He would be gone too. Because he assembled this defense and it's awful. I mean, the failed draft picks that they used to build this defense has not worked out well. And this secondary, oh my God, this secondary is awful.
Who was that they drafted with the Bengals again? I forgot his name.
Daxton Hill, I think it was.
Daxton Hill? Okay. No, Shamar
Smart. What year was it?
Stewart. That's the guy.
Stewart. Yeah, that was the guy. I'm sorry. I thought you meant like years ago.
Not Shamar Stewart, because that's the guy I was talking about. I was very high on him coming in because of the size and the agility he had. But I'm like, he's only a rookie, so I want to give him more time. But
and he didn't have training camp. He of course he isn't going to look good his first year. I mean, that whole team's a mess. I've called it since. And by the way, that touchdown that T. Higgins caught in this game, probably the best touchdown of the year for me. That was amazing.
That's crazy. And it sucks. It's all going to waste because they can't get any stops. They can't stop a nosebleed.
Nope, they can't stop a nose. And I feel bad. Look, Joe Flacco, I don't know why he's still in the league. I feel bad for Joe Flacco. The guy played with a shoulder injury. Like, he was hurt coming into this game, and he played pretty well. He really did.
4 touchdowns?
Yeah.
With a bad shoulder?
Yeah. And games like this where the Bengals lose, I don't think we will see Joe Burrow at all the rest of the year. Why not? Let him rest. Don't rush. I mean, if you're going to rush him to play, I wouldn't be shocked if that's because Zach Taylor's probably like fearful of this job. Look, wonder why I don't think Zach Taylor would be fired, even though he should be. Because the owner is cheap.
Yeah. No, he is.
And I got to shout out this other kid. Like, Colson Loveland was great in this game, but you really got to give credit to the running back. What's his name? Kyle Monaghy, I think his name is. He had like 176 rushing yards. Like, the Cincinnati is so bad. They allowed him to go rush for 176 yards.
Crazy.
And you had Britton Brown, who I didn't even know he was still in the league, run for a touchdown. You had DJ Moore throwing for a touchdown as well. Like,
That's
And
crazy.
you had Caleb Williams catching a
Caleb
touchdown as
Williams caught his
well.
first touch for his career.
You had Omalad Zacchaeus still in the league.
Yo,
He was dominant.
Wildcat
This
offense, like,
defense,
hey, the
oh,
left, yeah. Yo, that's how bad. The
it is
Bengals,
so bad.
they just gotta right now. They just gotta outside of Trey Hendrickson, they gotta find ways to blow up that defense and get some new pieces.
I'm not even joking. If I'm the Cincinnati Bengals, even though nobody's going to trade for players there, I would trade almost everybody and anybody on that defense. And you might disagree with me here. I would even trade Trey Hendrickson because he's going to waste his career there, and I just don't see how you could succeed with just him and rebuilding this defense. I would trade Trey Hendrickson for draft capital to rebuild the team. I really would, and you could get cap space to help sign players. Something needs to change. I mean, the Giants' defensive coordinator, I don't know why he's still here, but this Bengals defensive coordinator, I mean, awful. Awful. And the Bengals should be ashamed. The Bengals should be ashamed of themselves. They really should be.
Speaking of teams to be ashamed of themselves, what about the Miami Dolphins? Fire GM, Chris Greer, Jalen Waddles and Trey talks.
Oh my God.
That's bro. If I'm the Miami Dolphins, I'm burning it, and it's time. It's time to trade Tua. Dude, get rid of him. It's
what a mistake!
Waddle.
What a mistake!
He doesn't deserve it.
Yeah. What a mistake it was. Yeah. What a mistake it was to give Tua that contract. Oh my God, that was such a mistake. Not only does he not look good, but Tua is throwing players under the bus in press conferences now. I mean, you can't anymore with him. He's playing for his job right now, and yes, his contract sucks. Arguably, might be a worse contract than the Kirk Cousins contract. It's not worse than Deshaun Watson's. Watson's is way worse, but Tua's contract is definitely an art. And you could debate that might be the second worst contract in the league. He's looked horrible this year, absolutely horrible, and. Chris Greer being let go, that doesn't shock me. He should have been fired when Flores got fired. They should have kept Flores, obviously. He was right about Tua, and I even said I would keep Flores. Them firing Flores was a tremendous mistake. But you got to admit something as well. The thing that I think killed Chris Greer, and I think you'll agree with me here, how he built this offensive line, he wasted so many draft picks on offensive linemen that were bust. I mean, Austin Jackson, Liam Eichenberg, who I was high on. I mean, he wasted so much on that. I forgot how to pronounce his name. So many draft picks were wasted there. Heck, he even wasted a first-round pick for Noah Igbenogany, who I had as a fifth-round draft pick years ago. The drafting's been abysmal. I think also acquiring Tyreek Hill was a tremendous mistake for Chris Greer, too, because, look, I get why you would do it. Adds another big receiver to your team. You traded draft picks away from him. I understand why you would get Tyreek Hill, but he's wrecked the locker room. I mean, nobody likes Tyreek Hill. People ask, oh, why do you say that? It's because he's not the team captain. A guy like him, not the team captain, is a red flag for me. And I mean, it just hasn't worked. I mean, the running game, I feel bad for Devon. I can't pronounce his name. Archain. Yeah, A-Chain. I can't pronounce his name for some reason because he deserves better. He's a great running back. And if I'm Miami, I'm glad that they got rid of Chris Greer because I wouldn't have been shocked if he would have refused to trade players. I mean, he was going to be gone no matter what this year. And for those complaining, Stephen A. Smith. Sorry, didn't mean to cough there. I have a bit of a cold. My apologies there. And for people like that, for Stephen A. Smith to claim, oh, it's ridiculous that Chris Greer got fired and not Mike McDaniel. Number one, Chris Greer was going to be gone. Number two, Mike McDaniel will be gone at the end of the season. I don't believe in these reports saying, oh, Stephen Ross wants to keep Mike McDaniel. No, he's gone. Mike McDaniel will be a member of Black Monday at the end of the year. But when it comes to the interim, they don't have an interim coach on this team to replace Mike McDaniel. Who are you going to put there? The offensive coordinator who isn't any good? What's his name? Anthony Weaver, I think his name is? Who are you going to put as the interim here? I would have Mike McDaniel finish off the entire year as the coach. I mean, why not? I mean, it's not going to hurt. It's not going to hurt. I mean, they're going to tank for a top draft pick. Greer was going to be gone no matter what. McDaniel's going to be gone no matter what. But I would purge pieces. I would sell off everything. Jalen Waddle, I would trade. I think Jalen Waddle getting traded to the Colts would be the perfect move because the Colts need a number one receiver badly. I would trade Jalen Waddle. I mean, the only one I probably wouldn't trade unless they got a good offer for is Achane. Anyone on the defense, Jalen Phillips, who I think would be traded. Bradley Chubb, who's been a disappointment in Miami. I would trade him as well. I would trade anybody on that defense. Anybody. And it really is a shame. It really is. Because this team had potential. Really did. But again, too little too late with Chris Grier. You should have fired him 5 years ago. Too little too late.
He had some talented squads, but talent only gets you so far if there's no substance and leadership, which this team does not have. And what hurts more, Stephen Ross, he has to make a decision. You guys signed Tua to that contract extension back in 2024 worth of $212 million. $167 is guaranteed. And the deal includes a guarantee structure that makes portions of his salary fully guaranteed on a yearly basis. $54 million guaranteed for 2026, $3 million guaranteed for 2027. And they said if they were to release him before June 1st of the 2026 offseason, which is next year, it would result in
$96 million, I think it was.
$99.2 million in dead cap.
Oh, 99? Yeah. I thought it was 96. Oh, no.
I'm looking at it Google right now.
Yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if
June 1st release will spread the dead money over 2 years, $67.4 million in 2026 and $31.8 in 2027. So they have
I think that's what they got to do. They got to do that because the way Tua has been acting recently, and I love Tua. I think Tua is a nice guy. I mean, but the way he's acting and the way he's playing, you have to either do what the Broncos did with Russell Wilson, eat that dead salary for 2 years, or you do ironically what the Houston Texans did by trading a draft pick, like an Osweiler effect type of move where you trade like a top draft pick because the Dolphins picks are going to be high. Attach a top draft pick to get out of that Osweiler contract.
Isn't it what your Jets did too, Aaron Rodgers?
No, the Jets did not trade him to Pittsburgh. They released him.
Oh yeah, okay.
And to be honest, that was another. I would have kept Rodgers if I was them, but I don't want to get talking to the Jets, but they got to get rid of with how Tua's been playing. I wouldn't be shocked if Tua gets benched, by the way, and we see Quinn Ewers play or maybe Zach Wilson. I wouldn't be shocked with how bad he's been playing.
His career.
Yeah, and by the way, I get why they had to trade Jalen Ramsey away, but what was the whole point of reacquiring Minkah Fitzpatrick? Has he done anything on this team? Where the heck is he?
He was going to be a crucial part of this team. I thought he was going to be an impactful player like he was with the Steelers. It shows you that system is everything. And defensive play calling and schemes. And the culture there in Miami is nowhere near what it is in Pittsburgh.
Yeah. And, I mean, we didn't talk about Baltimore that much. People are saying, is Baltimore back? Are they... First off, they played the Dolphins. I want to see them... I want to see them play a real team.
I want to see them play the Vikings next week. Let me see that.
Yeah, that'll be great. I will say, Lamar looked great. He looked great on his first game back. And, I mean, they finally utilized Derek. Mark Andrews was utilized pretty well. But that Dolphin... I think the biggest takeaway, the Dolphins are abysmal. The Baltimore offensively and defensively, we'll see. I want to see them face a real team. And I'm sorry if this hurts people in Miami, their feelings. You are not a real team with how you play. And that's why Chris Grier got fired. They're not a real team. They aren't built right. And Mike McDaniel is going to go right out the door on Black Monday. He's a lock. How they have the X's, the Y's, and the Z's when it comes to, the playoff bracket on NFL.com. Mike McDaniel is a Z when it comes to Black Monday firings. And if the Dolphins keep him, then I don't know what they're doing. But he is gone on Black Monday. I will guarantee you that. He's gone.
So we were talking about division rivals earlier. Let's get to this Kansas City Chiefs Buffalo Bills game that we were just watching before we came on the pod. Bills defeated the Chiefs 28-21. Man, I know she's on my team. The Bills' offense would look too much early on. It was incredible. I was just like, they couldn't stop Josh Allen. He got whatever he wanted.
They
47.
they
He
couldn't
just got his
they couldn't
47th
yeah.
career passing touchdown and rush touchdown in the same game in NFL history. He has the most in NFL history of any player or quarterback ever. Like, the guy does anything he wants, and then you got a dynamic back in James Cook who diversifies your offense. He opens up things in the running game for you, and he alleviates a lot of pressure off Josh Allen to have to not have to always utilize his legs and have to throw the ball all the time. Having a weapon like that in your backfield who also can act as a passing option, it just opens up them to a whole new dimension of their offense.
Yeah, and how about Joey Bosa? Like, look, let's be real. Joey Bosa is still ring chasing. I mean, he signed a 1 year, I think, was it a vetman deal? I forgot what the money was. He's legitimately ring chasing this team. He played really, really well. And the Chiefs' offensive line is terrible. I mean, I've seen. Oh, he was
right, man. It was like, bro.
The hit Mahomes took when he threw the ball away and Joey Bosa was like spearing him like he was Goldberg in WCW. Like it was, he was taking hits in this game, and I was getting nervous that he was going to get hurt. And look, Mahomes had that bad pick at the end of the game, but listen, I mean, this Chiefs team, yeah, I'm not worried about the Chiefs 100%, but this offensive line is scaring me. And they lost. Juwan Taylor was injured as well. One of their guards as well got hurt. And I mean, receiving. I mean, they got Rashee Rice back. I mean, Rashee Rice is another piece of work, but like he is a damn good football player. And you even had Marquise Hollywood Brown. I'm not calling him Hollywood. That's ridiculous. Enough of calling these people nicknames, first names. Enough of this nonsense. Marquise Hollywood Brown.
He made some big catches.
He made some really big catches. And Kelsey, too, even made some big... He had the 2-point conversion as well. He looked pretty good. Xavier Worthy was hit or miss. I mean, there were some throws Mahomes made that he had a ton of pressure. I'm not blaming that on Worthy. But the run game, to me, like, it's clear Hunt is getting all the carries. That's no question for me. Like, Hunt's the guy there. And they barely used anybody else in the running game. But I am terrified with this offensive line, with all the injuries and all the hits Mahomes keeps taking. And look, the Chiefs' defense was okay in this game. I mean, Trent McDuffie, by the way, that is probably your best defensive player, not named Chris Jones. Probably.
He's been you could last 2 years.
Trent McDuffie is such a great player. And Chris Jones didn't really do too much in this game, to be honest. I don't even think he had a tackle, if I remember correctly. But yeah, Buffalo's Josh Allen is a phenomenal player. He was running all over the scene. Even James Cook, who did pretty well. I'm more surprised that in the receiving game, it was really just Dalton Kincaid just carving up this defense. I mean, Khalil Shakir as well he was carving up the defense as well. But it was really Dalton Kincaid that, when it comes to receiving side, he was the guy that was carving up and teams need to take notes, because if you have a tight end, utilize them, because the Chiefs have been struggling with covering tight ends recently. Kincaid proved that today, but man, I'm nervous with the Chiefs, bro. And I don't know what they do for me. I don't even know if they want to trade be buyers at the deadline, but with all the offensive line injuries, and they pretty much have to protect Mahomes, because I'm worried he's going to take a hit and he's going to be done.
Yeah.
I mean,
remember a few years ago, he had that high ankle sprain he suffered in the whole season.
And that dislocated kneecap too, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily for the Chiefs, they basically have a really good quarterback behind, who's arguably probably one of the top 5 best quarterbacks in NFL history. The greatest 6th-round quarterback I've ever seen in NFL history. Gardner Minshew, baby. Beautiful. Greatest quarterback of all time. I mean, the greatest.
You mentioned the Bills. We cannot disregard Cole Bishop today, how huge he was defensively.
My God. I forgot about him, yeah.
He batted down so many key passes in the red zone. He had that one defensive play maybe it should have been called a penalty. There, he got a little roughing there with Travis Kelce. I think that maybe should have been called a penalty. But man, he had some
No,
big plays throughout the game where you thought it was going to be easy catch for some of the receivers, like with Worthy or with Hollywood Brown or anyone. He was always there, just doing what he did, batting the ball down, getting deflections. He was incredible.
yeah, he was a great, and with the Bills defense, I mean, I don't think Ed Oliver's done for the year. They've had injuries on the defense. I mean, Damar Hamlin's also hurt as well. They've been playing really well. They really have been. And if Buffalo, let's be honest, this game right here doesn't matter. It's Super Bowl or bust for Buffalo. This is the year. Last year, I'm like, this might have been their last shot. No, this year is their last shot.
This is the year. And what sucks though, you're not even the best team in the AFC East. The Patriots are. Patriots are balling.
I don't know about that. The Patriots have faced some really like if you look at their schedule, at their schedule. They have so many easy opponents. And by the way, Atlanta, of course you have to choke the way you do against New England. With
I mean, they did beat Buffalo. They did beat Buffalo earlier this year.
Yeah, but they also lost they also got shut out by Carolina. So I don't know about that with them. They are so inconsistent.
Was Younghoe Buffalo again the 14th in December, so that would be interesting.
Was Younghoe Koo really the problem in Atlanta? I mean, was he really was he really the problem over there? I feel so bad for Jeffrey, bro. Jeffrey, if you're watching this right now, I'm so sorry for you. Yeah. But Atlanta, Drake London is a star, bro. When he's on his game.
So that highlight with that one catch, I think I saw him. I don't know if I saw it.
Yeah.
I heard it was crazy, though.
Yeah.
Him and Jefferson had crazy catches.
And T. Higgins. T. Higgins has had some crazy catches as well. Bless you. With the Falcons, man, you guys are absolute chokers. And to be honest, I mean, I'm going to keep saying this with Black Monday firings. I seriously would not be shocked if I hear the Falcons GM on that list and the Falcons coach on that list for Black Monday. Because some of these games are just unacceptable. And I don't know where they go for. Like, Michael Penix was okay in this game. I mean, he was really good. I just don't know. Wasn't this defense supposed to be improved, by the way? Whatever happened to this defense being improved? It just hasn't with games like this. But, hey, worse for worse, if the Falcons don't make the playoffs, they'll have a top pick to maybe fix this defense as a whole or this offense. Oh, wait. They don't have that. Their first-round pick is property of the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, God. Los Angeles Rams who's mollywopped the Saints today.
Oh, well, the Saints suck. You know the drill here. The Saints, they suck. I listen, Tyler Shough is the starting quarterback for the entire year. I don't want to be that guy. Is he really an improvement over Spencer Rattler? Because I'm not so sure. You know what I mean? I'm not so sure.
Nah. But yeah.
Want to know something
into baseball?
Want to know something fascinating about Tyler Shough as well with his touchdown to Juwan Johnson?
What?
They were college teammates during their Oregon days in 2019. Yeah. I'll just go through some other games that we didn't mention just so we can recap.
The Broncos-Texans game, 5 field goals for the Texans. You telling me you guys can't score no points on the touchdowns?
Yeah.
Damn. Crazy. And then they lose the game by a game-winning field goal. I got to catch a little bit of that. I'm like, this Texans team, I feel so bad. CJ Stroud, and he went out with a concussion protocol. And it's Texans fans. I can't imagine how much you're going through right now.
With the Broncos, my friend basically texted me saying, Bo Nix is basically Tim Tebow. He basically really is Tim Tebow with a better arm. Like, with the way he plays, I'm serious. Like, he shows moments of brilliance, but moments of just, like, inconsistency. And, I mean, they luckily escaped this with the win. And bad news for the Texans as well. I'm panicked. Now is the time to panic with the Texans because Stroud got concussed. Texans, this is why you have an offensive line. This is why you should have paid Laramie Tunsil when you did. CJ Stroud is concussed, and now they have Davis Mills as their starter. I mean, that I don't hate Davis Mills. I think he's a fine backup, but like I'm sorry, the Texans. It's time to panic with them. We also had Steelers Colts as well. I mean, the Steelers are the most overrated team in football. I mean, the Colts did not show up to play. Daniel Jones was terrible. He looked like what he did as a Giant in that game. And the Steelers defense is not good.
In the Colts uniform for the first time today.
Yeah, exactly. And the Steelers
came back down to earth, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, he's not Indiana Jones.
Well, I think he's Indiana Jones in my heart. But this Steelers defense. Here's the thing. I texted you this as well. The fact that the Steelers managed to keep this game like a touchdown away, and you had like 6 takeaways. That's a problem. That's a problem. And like I said, I'm not a big component of the Steelers. I think they're one and done in the playoffs. I can't trust the Steelers team. I can't. Other games I'll mention as well. We didn't talk about Chargers. The Titans actually looked like a competent team for once. Chargers won by 7. I watched a little bit of Cam Ward. Like, look, I get it's his rookie year, but like, I still don't know about Cam Ward. I mean, I know he has no coach, he has no offense, and he only had 145 like passing yards this game. The Titans defense came to play, and their special teams as well. But I really don't know about Cam. I'm not giving up with Cam Ward because, like I said, I give him 2 to 3 years on the quarterback. But I really don't know about Cam Ward. But Chargers got their win. That's great. The one game we didn't mention.
Hey, we got to mention Joe O going out, carted off. Chargers offensive line. Man, you ready were cooked before, but now you're ultra cooked.
He's apparently, from what I've been told, it's a high ankle sprain. So it's not a severe long-term injury, but like
carted off, serious injuries.
Getting carted off is bad.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna look at it, but from what I've been told, it's not as bad as. I mean, Speaking of injuries, the 49ers, they lost Mikael Williams. He apparently tore his ACL in the game. It's not confirmed yet, but 49ers got so many injuries. They got so many. And look, I like Jackson Dart. My biggest concern with Jackson, and you can clip this as well. My biggest concern with Jackson Dart, he takes way too many risks as a runner. He's got to protect himself and know when not to risk his body on the line. Like, he takes shots in this game, and I fear for his life, because if he goes down, the season's over. Because the season's pretty much over for the Giants, anyways. But the only reason to make these games watchable is just to see the development of Jackson Dart, and I really like what I'm seeing from Jackson Dart, but he's got to learn to protect himself. He really, and Mac Jones, by the way, what if the 49ers drafted Mac Jones over Trey Lance? I really think the 49ers would be such a better team now, but they've done a really good job with all the injuries they've been thrown at them. But I'm sorry, going back to the Giants, even if like Jackson Dart looks great and all this, do you still think Daboll's gone and Shane the GM? Because I'm good. I'm kind of leaning towards yes.
You think both of them are gone?
I think Daboll's gone for sure.
Yeah, because when I was watching one of the Giants game, not this week, but last week or so, and he called that challenge for the Eagles game, and I'm like, bro, there's nothing to challenge there. What are you doing? I'm just like, his decision, and then going in the tunnel with Scatterbo's injury, like, you should know better.
Yeah, no, that was when Dart got concussed or whatever his injury was.
Dart. I'm like, you should know better as the leader of men to not go in the
and the worst part is it's year 4.
Yeah,
year 4, and while the offense looks better with Dart, is like, and I think the moment I think that he jumped the shark with his tenure in the Giants was when Wink Martindale left the team because they both didn't get along. Because ever since Martindale left, they've had no good defensive coordinator. And why is this defensive coordinator still employed in New York? Am I losing my mind? I'm sorry, but if it was me, I'm leaning towards him going. And if Daboll goes, wouldn't shock me if Shane goes too, because he's had some. I mean, his drafting has not been good too. And this Deontay Banks stinks. The corner that he used the first round pick on, he stinks. He used to look good in his rookie year, but he is not. I mean, not looked great at all. And I mean, like, it's really the only way to watch Giants games is to see Dart, and if he needs to learn how to protect himself, because the hits he was taking, you could tell he was battling injury too when he basically went to the sidelines and was crouching down. Like I worry about that kid, and I love his play.
He needs to watch
I
some
love his
Mahomes
play.
tape and Lamar Jackson because they do a great job protecting themselves.
Yeah, and well, not this week because Mahomes was getting hit left, right, and center. But like,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I know what you mean.
Yeah, when they're running, they always slide down or go out of bounds. Same
Yeah,
with Josh
or the refs can help out the Chiefs. You know what I mean? I'm only kidding, by the way. I'm only kidding. You know, I love the play with the
like we did last year. Last year, I ain't gonna lie, we were getting ref calls.
Oh, the officiating has been horrible, and we discussed this last week. Again, NFL, get a Skyrim judge and make these refs full time to retrain them.
Yeah.
Enough of this cheapness. But yeah, I think that's all the football we can speak about.
Yeah.
What's the score of the Seahawks game right now? Because the Seahawks are killing. They're killing Washington. It's 21-0.
Oh,
okay.
Last time I checked, it was 7-0. Damn, they put up points that quick.
Seattle might be a legit team, ladies and gentlemen. And
really
I have a soft spot for the Pacific Northwest, in the Seattle region, and that Seahawks team. No, I'm
there.
Yeah, he does live there, but I'm saying I have a soft spot for the Pacific Northwest, and also I'm a big pro wrestling fan, and I used to watch back in the territory days, like promotions that were in the territories. The Pacific Northwest was one of those big territories in the Oregon region and the Seattle region. I loved. I'm a wrestling nerd, obviously. You know it. I know it. Everyone knows it. And yes, my friend does live there, but I still love the territories there. And they got, from what I've been told, they got amazing views there. You know what I mean? And listen, Seattle is a Super Bowl contender. And unless like the Rams like choke or anything like that, I think Seattle takes that division.
Ready for some baseball talk now. World Series, ladies and gentlemen. I mean,
oh my God.
What could we have asked for this World Series? We give us complete games by legendary pitchers, 18-game inning classic. It gave us all-timers, all-time games. We saw one of the greatest, arguably the greatest baseball player ever get walked intentionally 9 times, 5 times, whatever it was. I forgot exactly what it was. 9 times, right?
Or I think it was around there, yeah.
Yeah, it was insane. That will never happen again. And then we have an epic Game 7 for the ages. The Dodgers become the first team since the Yankees in 1998 to 2000 to repeat. And 25 years has been since a repeat champion in baseball. And the first NL team since the mid-70s Cincinnati Reds to win the World Series back-to-back.
Dude, wow. How great is Yamamoto, bro? Like, he is... It's not just this game. It was Game 6. He was in Game 6, if I remember correctly. Yeah, Game 6, he had... Yeah, and the fact they put him back out there for, I think it was two innings, was it? It was either 3 innings.
2.2 innings.
Yeah.
In the most pressure situation moments.
Yeah, he has come up clutch.
Against the best hitting team in the postseason and all season. He did that again.
Yeah. And bro, that's the type of loss that's gonna haunt Toronto. And
there's so many moments to get into with this. It's crazy.
Yeah, the throw where he threw to home plate, and like people are saying, "Oh, that was an out. That was terrible officiating."
Joe Rojas is the hero. Let me get into it.
Go ahead.
Who was the 7th guy in the batting lineup? This guy nobody was even thinking about at all. And I was in a texting thread with Rob Parker and my guys MLB Bros who cover baseball throughout the season. And we were like, this guy's the 7th or 9th guy in the batting lineup. He comes in that 9th inning, has that big homer to tie the game, 4-4. And then he comes up moments later, he makes that smart fielding decision to throw to home base instead of anyone. Because if you're a baseball player, right, you're trying to prevent the guy from scoring. You're trying to throw to the base wherever guys are on base. You're trying to get out whoever is going to the closest base near the home plate. He made the right decision throwing to Will Smith, who was able to, the
That
baseball
was
flexibility
crazy.
that they have to be able to stretch their legs out and be able to catch like a high speed ball coming at you without losing your footing is needs to be taught to every athlete.
Crazy. Yeah, I don't
And
know
I
what's
was I
crazy.
was in awe when I saw that play.
Would you say that was the crazy moment of the weekend, or was it Cam Little kicking that 68-yard NFL? We forgot to mention this in football. He kicked the
Yeah.
68-yard NFL record field goal. I know you didn't
Nah,
see
I
this.
gotta say Rojas play because that was higher stakes.
Yeah,
Those plays
yeah,
being
yeah. The
determined, it's not even
Rojas play
close.
was great, but
Yeah,
you're talking about like the way they stretch with their legs and all. Like I had to
yeah,
mention Cam Little. We forgot to mention that, but
yeah.
I think what's crazy too, Will Smith. I mean,
Go
he
ahead,
is
game winning home run in that 11th inning,
again. This is
bottom of
why
the 11th,
pitchers,
top of the
DJ.
11th.
This is why pitchers need to keep Will Smith's wife's name out their freaking mouth. Because if you don't, he is going to hit a home run.
Yo, he
Keep
was
his
huge, bro.
wife's name out your freaking mouth. And I'm going to.
And what's funny is the Blue Jays were the team that got hot early. They had Bo Bichette had that 3-run homer in the fourth inning. Was it the fourth? I think it was the fourth inning. Or yeah, fourth inning where he had a 3-run homer. Got them
Vlad
up
Guerrero
to 3-0
too.
lead.
Vlad Guerrero too.
Yeah,
And Springer too as well was a. I'm thank God he was able to play because of that shot he took in the knee in the Mariners game. But my God,
listen, no, it was the bottom of the third inning. Bottom of the third inning, he had that 3-run homer that got them that 3-0 lead.
I fear this game's gonna haunt the Blue Jays. Like this is a type of game that haunts
you forever.
Forever, and I think this is the. I can't believe I'm saying this game, Game 7, was one of the best games of baseball I've ever seen.
Bro, I'm a guy who a few years ago wasn't even really into baseball, and then Ohtani got me into it, Judge, and then seeing some of these guys this is mesmerizing. And then over the last few years now, work for MLBBro.com was affiliated with the MLB network. It's like watching the World Series since 2023 consistently. This was the best one I've seen in a while. This was gave us everything you can ask for. And the Dodgers were the most hated team all year. Everybody saying the Dodgers ruining baseball, and they came.
I hate that mentality. It's people saying, "Oh, the Dodgers are ruining baseball, this or that." No, they're not. It's the cheap organizations that refuse to spend that are ruining baseball because, like the deferred contracts, which are I'm A-okay with. The Dodgers are willing to spend. And they're deferred. These deferred contracts. They've been a thing for years. You could do deferred contracts as much as you want, and these baseball teams saying, "Oh, well, the Dodgers are cheating or this or that with these contracts." No, it's because they were willing to spend, and these cheap organizations and all these other players saying, "Oh, they're ruining baseball." No, these cheap organizations need to spend. And if you're complaining, "Oh, they're this or that because of the," it doesn't matter. You're refusing to spend money, and people are like, "Oh, but they don't have it." Tough. If you don't like it, if you don't like it, do us all a favor. Go to the CBA negotiations and negotiate something better for that. Or spend money. And if you don't have the money to spend and you're complaining about that, tough.
Yeah.
Tough.
But getting to so the Blue Jays had that 3-run homer by Bichette in the third. The Dodgers offense kind of struggled throughout this game, throughout the early parts of the game. Top 4 of the fourth, they had that sacrifice fly hit by Teoscar Hernandez to the center, will help Will Smith score. And then there was another one later in the game in the top of the sixth. Tommy Edman, another sacrifice fly to get Betson. But they didn't get their first real score until Max Muncy in that 8th inning had that big homer, solo home run to get them within one score, 4-3. And that's when you really started feeling, okay, they might be able to get back into this. This might be a game. Maybe the Blue Jays don't have the full momentum. That's when you saw the momentum kind of swing. And then when that 9th inning came, and then Rojas hit that one off Justin Hoffman, I forgot his name. Yo, that's when I said, no way. came back. Because I thought the Blue Jays, they had all the momentum going. The crowd was feeling it. You could feel the energy and the intensity in the building. And they were like, we're going to have our first World Series since 1993. Been over,
Yeah.
what, 30 years, 3 decades? There's just been a long drought. And you thought they had it in the palm grasp of your hands. This is why you can never get too excited until the game is over. Look what happened. Rojas hits that homer to left. And then he gets that big out at home base. He was the changing point of that game. I know we had Pages catch too. That was life-saving. I can't forget that.
It's
he
crazy.
trucked him like he was Calvin Johnson going over 3 defenders. I was like, this guy's an NFL wide receiver in an MLB uniform. He trucked.
I don't know how these baseball players do it. I really like these athletes. It's crazy what the human body can do when they're training for a sport, man. I mean, they are so athletic. It's crazy. It really is crazy.
Because if he drops that pass, it was ready. It was bases were loaded. There was 2 outs. If he drops that pass,
Blue Jays would have been over.
The game would have been over. That was
oh my god,
huge catch. That's gonna go down in MLB history, World Series, one of the greatest catches of all time.
That was DJ, incredible. The thing I like about games like this is if I were to talk to a casual fan or someone who comes up to me is like, why do you like baseball? I would pull up the Game 7 footage of this series, show it to them as a recent example. I would show it. I was
there. I was watching.
Yeah. I would show Yankees World Series because I'm a Yankees fan. I'm going to be biased here, but this game right here that we just saw, I would show it to casual fans and say, "This is baseball.
Yep.
This is why we love the game." And a thing too, we got to mention as well, like with the Blue Jays, they do have a few notable names that are free agents. I mean, Bo Bichette's, and they got to re-sign Bo Bichette.
Yeah, they got to.
Chris Bassett and Scherzer are on the older side of pitching. Scherzer said he does want to play another year of baseball. I mean, I would love to see him get called up to the Yankees, but I could see him returning. But there's a lot of names those are the notable names that they got to re-sign. And I just don't know what they do from here because they aren't like a rich team, but games like that are really good. And the best part about this, I don't remember if I told you this or not. You want to know something fascinating? This is the first time, I think, in baseball history where the season starts out of the United States in Japan and ends outside the United States in Canada.
Mm-hmm.
It's never happened before.
Wow.
And
what sucks is a U.S. team takes it. sorry, Canada.
Yeah, but you gotta at least admit one thing though about this game. I think this does great internationally because baseball expands, and I definitely think they're going to expand. I don't know if they're gonna officially do it. I would put a team in Montreal. I would bring a team back. I would put one team in Canada and one team in the United States, either in Charlotte. You could maybe put another team in Oakland if you wanted to, because you pissed away that relationship with the Athletics leaving. There's plenty of teams you could expand to. If you're going to expand the league to 32 teams, because NHL's already discussed expansion because they want to go back to Arizona. I absolutely believe they want to go back to Arizona.
Even though I think that would be to expand too. They want to.
NBA wants to expand.
Everybody's trying to get NFL.
Well, NFL, we'll see. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if in like 10. I don't think we're going to see anything in recent time. I wouldn't be shocked if in like 10 years we have an expansion team internationally, whether it's in London, whether it's in Germany, whether it's in. Like, I think we'll eventually get to a point where there'll be an expansion. I don't think they'll go to Canada because the CFL is still big up there. Mm-hmm. I mean, if they do, that would be maybe in Mexico. The point is, I think we'll definitely be seeing an international team in the National Football League. But expansion is not dying. It's not. And with games like today, with how it started in Japan and ended in Canada, internationally, that's tremendous. And I could see baseball expand internationally, whether it's in Canada, whether. Well, I think they'll probably go into Canada again. I mean, they already have the Toronto market. Why not go to? You could even put a team in. Well, I don't know if you could want to put a team in Vancouver because you got the Seattle Mariners. They're tremendous up there. You could put a team in Calgary, Edmonton, Saskatchewan if you wanted to. I mean, there's plenty of team locations you could put teams in Canada. I think if I were in the United States, I would put it if you wanted to do one in Montreal. I personally would prefer a team going into Oakland, but I still think that they'll more likely go into Charlotte to put a baseball team there.
And then if you're the Blue Jays, you got to be kicking yourself because you had 14 guys left on base, 3 for 17, but runners in scoring position. You had the game in the palm of your hands. You guys couldn't just get one more guy in for an insurance run to give you more of a cushion to beat the Dodgers. That's going to haunt you guys and Canadian Blue Jay fans for a long time. Right there. You just needed one insurance hit. It doesn't even have to be a home run. Just like a ground.
Oh my God! Another touchdown by Seattle. Oh my God!
But yeah,
Washington. I'm sorry for interrupting you. I just saw they scored another touch. Oh my God! Washington's in deep trouble.
Yeah, but yeah, this is and then I want to get to some of these things about Yamamoto, man. So,
oh my God! Would you like listen? Ohtani's the best pitcher on the team when it comes to, pitching and hitting. But to be honest, would you agree with me? Or you could disagree with me. I'm fine with that. I mean, I honestly think Yamamoto's a better pitcher than Ohtani. And that is a big compliment because Yamamoto is such a great pitcher. This series proved it. And look, Ohtani is amazing. He really is. He is an amazing. He's not Aaron Judge level of great hitting. But as a player as a whole, let me finish here. As a player as a whole, when you combine the pitching,
he clears Judge. He does too much.
He clears him in pitching, but he doesn't clear him in hitting.
Pitch, and he's a great hitter. Come on.
Let me have this, please.
To show them the concluding game of the NLCS. There'll never be a greater game than that. And then what he did in this World Series when he got potentially walked 9 times, 5 times. I don't remember. 9 times, I think. No, that's never happened to anyone else ever again.
I know. Listen, DJ, let me have this. Let me have this.
He's not as feared like Ohtani. Not to the same level.
I don't know about that. I'm pretty sure he's still feared everywhere.
He's feared. But in the postseason, he's kind of like James Harden.
No, not this offseason. This offseason, this playoff season,
this playoff. Well, the difference is his career.
Well, DJ, the difference between Aaron Judge and James Harden is A, one has a beard, one doesn't, and B, one actually wants to play their sport, meanwhile the other is just wanting a paycheck. And James Harden.
True. Let me get into stuff with Yamamoto before you.
Yeah, let's go to. I'm sorry, we got off track. The point is, Yamamoto proved in this series he is probably the best pitcher on this roster. Ohtani's the best player overall. But Yamamoto's the better pitcher.
And to pick up what you just said, let me get into this. He went 3-0 with a 1.02 ERA in the Fall Classic. He's just the 14th pitcher to notch 3 wins in a single World Series, the first since Hall of Famer Randy Johnson did it for the Diamondbacks in 2001. He's the first pitcher with 3 road wins in a single World Series and the fourth pitcher to win both Game 6 and Game 7, joining Johnson, who did it in 2001, Harry Brechin in 1946, and Ray Kremer in 1925. He's the second Japanese-born player to win the World Series MVP, joining your
Hideki Matsui.
Incredible. And Yamamoto, what he was able to do, coming in after 96 pitches in Game 6, and he said to his coaches, hey, guys, he was warming up in the bullpen, getting ready. I was like, oh, he's going to come in this
I didn't think that situation? I didn't think he was going to come in.
He is clutch.
I mean, it's the World Series. It's the final game, so why not have him throw in there for rest?
Do or die. Game 7. There's no more redos, nothing. You don't get another chance. It's either you come in, you win this game, or you guys lose the title.
Bro, he is such a great pitcher.
No hits on him. And
this is from a guy. This is from a guy who's coming off of a few days. Was it a few days or 1 day rest? I can't remember.
Nah, they played
I
game
think it was.
6 this the day before. No days rest.
Oh yeah.
No days
Like
rest.
Yamamoto is
96 pitches
such a
coming off.
great pitcher,
Crazy. He is
and
not human. They got aliens on that team. Yamamoto and Ohtani.
they got
The one, I
aliens
think
on that team.
He got some company in baseball because those guys are not human. I don't know
Yeah,
what they have in that
and
Japanese water over there, but it's something special in that ritual. It is crazy. I'm like, how are they doing this? Him and Ohtani doing stuff. It's crazy. He was
dude,
worth
I'm
every
just
bit
glad.
of that $225 million they paid him.
Yeah. Oh, no question. I'm glad Ohtani got called up from the Angels to the Dodgers because the Angels,
His career would have
their
been
team.
wasted on that Angels team.
Oh my
It would have
God!
been like you
Well,
would never got to see arguably the greatest of all time in a winning situation. What would he could do in
the
the playoffs?
Angels had
Yeah,
the Angels had the number 1 and number 2 best player in baseball at one point.
Mike
This
Trout
was
used to be
before
that
Trout.
dude.
This was before Trout. The injuries affected him. Trout was, to me, one of
The clear best
the
player.
best player.
He used to be the clear
Like
best
they
player.
had the number 1 and number 2, and they messed it up because Artie Moreno was too cheap when it came to. Because here's the problem with Artie Moreno: he didn't want to go over the luxury tax. He never, and the one year he wanted to try to keep Ohtani, it blew up because Ohtani wanted out. He saw the writing on the wall, and let's be real, like he's had some wild contracts go through that Angels team. I mean, Vernon Wells comes to mind, and Anthony Rendon, who doesn't even care. He doesn't. This is the best part about Anthony Rendon. He doesn't even give that much of a crap. He just wants to get paid. I mean,
Crazy.
he's thrown some wild contracts out there, and to be honest, I'm shocked he's still owning the team after the whole stadium deal happened. Apparently, there was like corruption there. I'm shocked he wasn't forced to sell. But I'm glad Ohtani got called up to the Dodgers. I
I'm
really
glad he
am.
got out of there. Because I remember I first heard of him in 2021. I'm like, this guy is doing incredible stuff we never heard of since Babe Ruth. But yeah, he's in a losing situation. I was like,
Yeah.
please get him out of here. He's wasting his career and his talent and his legacy there.
You know who I hope signs with the Dodgers whenever he's free from there? I really hope Mike Trout goes to the Dodgers.
I really thought you were going to say Aaron Judge.
No. Aaron Judge is going to remain. I think he will remain a Yankee. He's a lifer.
You should want Mike Trout to go to your team.
No, I don't want him to go to my team.
Overshadow Judge.
I would love for him to go to my team, but I wouldn't want him to go to my team because of the injuries. Because he's been through. You know who I would
messed him up.
You know who I would love to. I don't think it's going to happen. You know who I would love to have sign with the Yankees during the offseason? I know it's not going to happen, but I would just love it if this were to happen. Pete Alonso. I would the memes I would throw to Mets fans if Pete Alonso signs with the Yankees. I mean, he's not going to sign with the Yankees. What I think will happen is I really think he'll re-sign with the Mets and be their forever guy.
Because I don't know.
I mean I could see it. I mean, I'm not ruling out even though he opted
right
out.
After the game.
I think,
not even think about it.
I think he opted. Yeah, that is true. He could leave, but if he joins the Yankees, bro, the memes I would create and send to my friends who are Mets fans. Oh, take my money. Oh, I would love it. Even though he probably wouldn't fit the system, and they got plenty of first basemen in New York. Just the memes alone would make me happy.
Yeah, nah, special. Hey man, we got some special times here. We had the incredible World Series. Football's going on. My basketball starting to start heating up. I'm about to start doing more talk.
My Hornets, baby. My Hornets. I'm so happy Hornets basketball is back, baby. Even though I'm a little upset that they're not having a 500 record, but thank God they beat the Brooklyn Nets in their season opener. That was a must-win game.
Yeah, must win in the early part of the season.
I think season openers are a must-win in basketball.
Especially for your Hornets, because you know LaMelo's due for that injury the first 25, 30 games.
Yeah, and LaMelo isn't even playing this against the Jazz, and thank God the Hornets beat the Jazz as well. I mean, we're 3-4, but you gotta, and I know
and you're wearing their colors too. You're wearing the light blue, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not wearing the teal color. I'm not wearing the teal color, but
right there,
listen,
in full form.
My Hornets, you got to admit, and I know I promised we wouldn't talk basketball on here, and I'm probably going to get fined once we're ending this recording, but you got to admit, there's some pieces on this Hornets team. They got pieces on here.
Kalkbrenner, who I spoke to at Big East Media Day last year.
Oh,
he's solid. He's solid.
Khan's good, even though I think he has to improve a little bit with his basketball IQ. He's had some moments where I don't know what he was doing, but he's a great player as well. Brandon Miller is Brandon Miller. I mean, Miles Bridges is Miles Bridges. Collin Sexton.
Collin Sexton's back, or he's still injured.
No, he's still injured. I'm just saying in the beginning of the year. Collin Sexton's actually been impressing me as well. This Zion James too that they also took, made people forget about him. He actually looked solid. He's the other second round pick they took. That was another great draft choice for Charlotte. They got pieces on this team. And Musa's still at center, even though Kalkbrenner is obviously the number one. Musa's still there. I like what I'm seeing from Charlotte. And look, if Charles Lee can counsel the locker room, because you know my opinion, I don't think coaching matters in the NBA. Like, you could legit put like a middle school counselor in that role and nothing changes. If Charles Lee can counsel the locker room well and keep them focused, and this team like stays healthy, they got a real team here. And I want playoffs here. No play-in bollocks, playoffs. Let's go. Do it. Get us past the second round. I want to win basketball games.
Buzz City, stand up.
That's my Charlotte Hornets talk. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Nah, but going forward, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna definitely talk more hoops now that baseball's over. I'm gonna focus on NBA and NFL mostly, like going forward. So just like I know. But yeah, Nick, tell people where they can find you before we close it out.
Oh, well, you can find me on X. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on LinkedIn. I'm on Total Apex Sports. That's where I've been writing. Yeah, that's all I got for now. We'll see if I join the other social media platforms. I'm still debating. I'm still flipping a coin to decide if I should or shouldn't. But that's where you can find me. Just Google my name, Nicholas Mullick. You'll find me. You know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe, and do everything, guys. These are fun. I love doing this.
Yeah, I forgot to mention at the top of the show, but ladies and gentlemen, make sure you guys check out my Big East Media Day coverage. I did the men and women's portions of both sides of the conference. Make sure you guys check that out. Speaking of D1 college basketball players and coaches, so we'll check that out. Like, share, and subscribe.
DJ, I got to ask you a question. With the meeting days, who's the best person that you interviewed? Because there were a lot of good. I watched both videos. You did a phenomenal job. Who was your favorite interviewer? Like,
should I say it on here? Or should I say it like to end the recording after that?
Well,
should I say it
DJ, you failed the test. You should have said everybody.
I mean, no. I was gonna say everybody. I don't have a favorite.
I was testing you, DJ. Yeah, I mean, you were supposed to say everybody.
Anyway. Yeah, I was gonna say that. I don't really have a favorite. I love. Everybody there was so kind. Everybody's so down to earth, humble. You could feel the competitive spirit in every single person. Everybody had great things to say about their team, how they built team chemistry, camaraderie, some things they worked on this offseason. And I asked them some different questions as well outside the box, like how do you describe your team or your identity as a music artist or a movie film, if you were to, describe it as that. And some people gave me some great answers. Some of them were like off guard. They're like, "Oh, that's a great question. I never thought of that." Yeah, it's just great. I knew awesome. What to expect this time because I went there last year. I got credentialed as a media member to get accepted to cover the day. So I was like, okay, I know what to expect now. I know how things are going to maneuver. It didn't seem as packed this year as last year. I felt like I got more people last year, but somehow I got more footage this year, which is weird. So I guess, yeah. I have more questions this year.
Yeah, I've seen the footage of what you recorded. If you haven't, you guys are watching this on Spotify. Go on. Is it going to be on YouTube and Spotify, or is it just going to be on YouTube?
This is YouTube, but I might put the audio version and just post it as extra content.
You should. You really, because trust me, I watched the video and I think it would be great audio for you to put it on there. But he did a great job with that. He really did, and I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Yeah.
wanted to talk a little bit about it. I think you did amazing. Good job.
Oh, thank you, man. Yeah, I wasn't even gonna highlight it, and then you brought it up. I was like, oh damn.
I wanted to highlight it. I'm a
Yeah,
nice guy.
yeah,
I just saw it and you mentioned it. I'm like, go check it out. I
yeah,
wanted to give my view on it. I saw it. I thought you
yeah,
did a great job. And
yeah.
no, I wasn't jealous of the fact watching it, wishing that I was there doing it. But hey, I mean, you're amazing at it. You know.
Hey, always trying to get better. Because I was reviewing those questions. I'm like, man, it's hard to remember all these. I'm like, you know what? I don't have to remember all these. You know what? It's not like I reviewed like days in advance, like 2-3 days in advance, just going through both of the packets. I'm like, just try your best, and that's it. Some of them I remember off the dome, like the quick hitters and stuff. But then some you have to really remember. I'm like, my camera.
You did a good job, DJ.
Yeah.
You did a good job.
Yeah. Hopefully I could be next year 3-peat. Yeah. 3 years in a row.
Oh man.
It's a lot of work though, coming up with the questions and then doing research on who's coming back, who left, who new coaches or anything. It's a lot of work.
Yeah, is it like and then I promise we'll be done. I just wanted to know through your perspective. Was it a lot harder?
I'll show you the packet right now. This is
Oh, you'll show me the packet? Okay.
This is the women's side packet. I had all this these.
Oh my gosh.
This is just the women's side.
I was gonna Bro, what's funny was I was gonna ask you. How many pages.
People can never say that.
I was gonna ask you how many pages the preparation was,
bro.
And you just answered my question.
I did the same thing last year because I was like, and then a lot of people looked at me last year when I first time. I was in a suit too. They were like, "Man, this guy professional." All of them were in business casual regular shirts. I'm like, what y'all wearing? I'm like, are y'all supposed to be wearing suits? They're like, no. They're like, but I really respect you, man. You come on the suit, you got a whole packet. Like, you're professional,
dude.
Yeah,
you worked to prepare, and obviously with the packets you showed me. I mean, can you send me the PDF version of those packets? I want to see. No, I'm kidding. I know you asked great questions.
Google Doc. I'll have to share that.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah. I'm only kidding, DJ. You did a phenomenal job. And if
this year I did it in Google Doc. Last year I did it in my phone and I pasted a Google Doc. I was like, never again. We're doing it on Google Doc. I was like, no, never doing that again.
And if you guys watching this right now haven't seen, I strongly recommend you take a look and watch it because I thought you did a phenomenal job, and you get to learn.
Link. I don't know if you saw that. I gotta send you.
I didn't see the women's. I saw the men's.
That one got more views than the men right now.
Oh, really? Well, I gotta watch. Here's what I'll do for you.
Dino Ariema again this year, like last year.
Here's what I'll do for you. When I'm going to work tomorrow, I'll play in the car the women's video that you have. And I'll give you my opinion on it. But I saw the men's one. You did a phenomenal job. And I know you will do.
Yeah.
You've done phenomenal with it.
Yeah.
And I will. I wanted to spread
around to anyone you know who loves college hoops. Anybody. Spread both of them on your Twitter, whatever. Personal friends, coworkers, etc. Trying to grow the brand. Growing a brand.
I'll do my best.
Growing the brand from bottom. Especially when you don't have a big social media influencer to promote your stuff or come from a wealthy family, it's hard. It's the hardest thing. Yeah, trust me. Yeah.
I know it's hard. We'll get you there one day. One day.
I have no regrets. Try my best. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that was a nice little spew.
Oh, okay. Now we're gonna get mean comments saying, "Hey, why is this guy trying to shove DJ stuff down?" It's because he's a good guy and I love the content, okay?
Yeah.
I want to be nice here.
Fire. A lot of people say the content's good. That's just what I love to hear. I like to make a difference too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And not only is your content isn't just fire, it's amazing.
Oh, thank you. And then I asked some questions to some athletes. What advice would you give to the younger version of yourself or young athletes out there? Then I think I'm going to put into something with the men and women together, and I can make it as like evergreen content, like advice for young mentality for like athletes or something. I'll figure out how to title it, but I feel like that'll be great evergreen content. I'll have to go back for each person I ask that question, just put the audio together in the visual, post it as a YouTube, and then post the audio. That could be evergreen content. Advice for young athletes or something, like the mentalities. These are D1 athletes, so they That's the highest level of college sports. So they know what it's like to go through stuff and everything. So they all had some great advice. I even asked some coaches that too. So yeah, I think I asked 2 women's coaches that. Yeah, so they'll definitely have all great advice. So I feel like that'll be some great evergreen content I can post. Just trying to think outside the box. Yeah. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it here at DJ Sports Show. So my guy Nicholas talking some NFL Week 9, World Series, and then little spew of some NBA and Big East at the end. But make sure you guys go check him out on socials. Subscribe to his stuff, follow him, and also subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me, etc. Spread the word to anybody who loves sports. I'm your host DJ Hamilton. I'll see y'all next time. Peace.
Bye bye.